Should I relax my hair or should I continue with the virgin hair? Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. It's a girl, Princess Bella. By the time you finish watching this video to the end, you understand different hair textures, you understand what is suitable for your personality, you understand what is suitable for your precise hair by the end of this video. This video is such a relief for me because it's been long the thing kept coming to my head, even though somehow I felt like I'm into makeup, I'm not into hair, but somehow we all know that everything beauty goes hand in hand. So it feels so good to be making this video eventually, and it feels so good to be my truest self. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is 4:15 a.m. I've been awake since say 11 o'clock p.m. because ever since I finished making this very little braid, and it's last time I'll ever braid my natural hair. Ever since I finished making it, I came back, had a very cold shower just to suit my nerves better. Drank this 50 cl of Sprite, chilled Sprite. I was just looking for anything that is humanly possible that could my nerves, and after showering and after drinking this 50 cl of Sprite, the next thing I did was to start sleeping because of the amount of pain I actually got from making this hair. And really, I wouldn't say that the woman's hand is painful. Some people's hand is more painful than others. I wouldn't say that this particular woman's hand is painful because really, the most pain I was getting from my hair was anytime they're trying to section out a particular place to plait. While plaiting it is not as painful as you get. So I don't think it's the woman's fault. I think it's something that is not very suitable with my personality, which is really what I'm so keen on sharing in this video. Sounds like what you might want to be seeing. Definitely keep on watching. So there are two sections to this video. The first part, which is not going to take us so long, is I'm going to be explaining some basic things that you would need to know to understand about natural hair, right? And the second part will be me sharing my hair journey, and then me explain to you whether it is even suitable for you, for your hair type and for your personality type. There are terms that people always use, people that are doing natural hair always use things like 4C natural hair, low porosity, pain threshold. So let me start with the main and the most ideal thing that you might keep hearing. The first and the most important part of the basic things that you'll be hearing is the 4C natural hair thing. The most common in this part of the world is the 4B, 4C. In fact, the 4 series I actually fall into the 4C natural hair type because of the kind of hair I have. It is full, it is long, it is very super coily, like spiral. I actually bring out time anytime I'm not on braid to deep condition my hair. I actually do protein treatment at least once every month, sometimes once in 3 weeks, depending on whether I'm on braids or whether my hair is actually free to even do the deep conditioning thing. But then unfortunately, I feel like we should now lead me to the second part of the introduction, low porosity. Low porosity hair basically means that your hair is not able to absorb moisture or is not able to retain moisture. Now, low porosity is a thing because it means that your hair is not going to be absorbing moisture even when you're washing it, even when you're trying to moisturize it, and it's a little bit challenging if you want to style your hair, and that is basically because the cuticle layers are tightly closed, which is now going to make water molecules too difficult to actually penetrate through the hair shaft, if that makes sense, which is now going to lead us to the third thing. I don't know, this thing is actually a personal thing. As I'm checking myself, you could also be checking yourself if it is convenient for you. There is something called pain threshold. Pain threshold is the ability of your body to withstand pain. In other words, if you have low pain threshold, it means that you have a little low tolerance for withstanding pain pressure. If you have high pain threshold, it means that you can actually withstand higher amount of pain for a longer amount of time. Don't hate yourself. If you have low pain threshold, it doesn't mean that you're a weak person. It just means that you're actually sensitive to pain more than other people that have higher pain threshold. I already did a little test. This is a glass of water, which I'm actually asking you to do so that you understand the porosity of your hair type. And I actually put a strand of my hair into this glass of water. Unfortunately, it cannot show on camera. All the while, I kept fearing that my hair has low porosity, but today that I'm about to make this video, I actually plucked out a strand of my hair and put into this glass of water, and honestly, I was expecting it to retain some moisture and then probably fall into the glass, but then what happened is that it kept wriggling and wriggling and wriggling itself until it is still floating on the water surface. That is 4 hours prior to this whole experiment. You can do yours and you can determine whether your hair is has low porosity or whether it has high porosity. I feel like knowing the kind of hair you have is probably going to make you understand whether this whole relaxed hair or natural hair is suitable for you, for your personality. Of course, the kind of hair you like to keep is also matters too, but understanding whether it will work for you or whether it will not work for you is as important as knowing what to do, because at least you now know what works and what does not work for you according to your hair type. I started my hair journey 3 years ago. By August 2021, my natural hair would be 3 years. I started my natural hair journey in August 2018. That was actually when I had to cut my hair. Before then, my relaxed hair was reaching, sometimes if I hot comb it can reach towards my brow length area. Really, that was how long it was. People always admired it, but then I didn't understand what will work for me. I actually just started the natural hair thing because I felt like it was a trend. I felt like it was more beautiful, getting to do something different than normal. I felt like it was cute, you know, trying to understand whether I can actually carry my hair without always having to relax it. I didn't always understand how it feels to carry natural hair, and really, in fairness to me, when I started, I'm still always doing the whole protein treatment thing, the whole deep conditioning thing, the whole moisturizing thing, the whole leave-in conditioning thing. There is really, like, I'm just a very big fan of Mega Perfect Growth, their products. Whether it's working or whether it's not working, I do not know. The point is that I'm always using their products. Another point is that I'm always using my sophisticated shower cap to lock in my moisture in my hair after doing the whole leave-in conditioning and the whole deep conditioning thing, and sometimes the whole protein treatment thing. Initially, it was way easier for me because my hair was short, very short. It hasn't grown to the extent of breaking combs. I realized that after about 1 year, typical of my hair, it grew very fast. Typical of my hair, it grew very thick, very full, and all of those things. Bubbling, healthy, dark, lovely, beautiful, and all of those things. Unfortunately, it reached the extent that I started fearing combing my hair. It reached the extent of that I started fearing washing my hair, because I just knew that the moment water is touching my hair, the thing will come and coil into very thick spiral thing that you make combing it to be so painful. Okay, I have low hair porosity. I have very low pen threshold. If I mean I have very low pen threshold, if you're weaving my hair and I'm asking you to take it easy and you're not taking it easy, the next day I'll fall sick. It's that serious. Like 4 months ago, so I did my traditional wedding, and the guy that was making my traditional wedding hair, it was just a very simple gel thing, right? And when I finished making my traditional wedding hair, while I was still making my traditional wedding hair, I was already taking paracetamol. When I finished making my traditional wedding hair, I did it a day before actually. I was in my bed drinking aspirin and drinking a lot of water when I realized that paracetamol wasn't enough anymore. And if I'm telling this story, you'll be thinking, it's not paracetamol, people take it. It's not aspirin, people take it. Now, it feels different for me because actually I'm a pharmacy student, right? So I understand the pharmacology of some drugs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. I understand that drugs shouldn't be taken in overdose. That particular day I finished making that hair, I think I took about 6 tablets of aspirin within a short time of, say, 20 hours or even less than 20 hours. The next day, I wasn't living on myself. I was just probably living on the anesthetic part of the, of the drugs, that it has reduced the pain. After carrying the hair I made, spending all the amount of money I made in buying the kinky, in doing the gel thing, I carried it for only 2 days. A day before my traditional wedding, and my traditional wedding night, you know what I mean? I couldn't sleep. But immediately it was morning, I ran to the salon and removed everything because it was simply too painful. And when I removed it, I realized that the middle part of my hair was already bald. I mean, the person was probably trying to make my hair to be as smooth as humanly possible, but unfortunately for the person, yes, it was beautiful, but no, it was just not suitable for me. That was when I actually started considering seriously of, should I cut my hair or should I relax my hair? This natural hair thing, not for me. Which now made me to wonder, why have I been doing this thing for a long time? For such a long time, I didn't always like the afro look on my face. I mean, people saw it and admired it, people saw it and loved it, people saw it and felt it was so cute, it was so beautiful, it was so lovely. But people are not me. People got motivated with the way I care for my hair, with how healthy and how black and how coily and how beautiful and how afro and all of those things my hair was looking. And people would ask, like sincerely ask me to teach them how I take care of my hair, and I would be very willing to share my hair tips with those people. And some of them seeing this video might not be very impressed, but this is me being me. Very happy to be me, very happy to be free from all this natural hair gang thing I'm not doing again, which now made me to realize that the reason I've been doing this thing that is so painful, the reason I've been doing this thing that is so hard to maintain, how will I bring out every day and be locking in moisture and be deep conditioning my hair and be using leave-in conditioner and be using all manner of hair oil, coconut oil, argan oil, olive oil, and after doing it temporarily my hair will be soft, temporarily it will become bevel. The moment I remove my hand from it, even if it's just 1 week, okay, let me not exaggerate things, even if it's just 1 week that I've not used deep conditioner on my hair or a lot of oil on my hair, a lot of oil plus water plus deep conditioner on my hair, and then of course use the satin bonnet thing to cover it for one night and all of those things, my hair becomes uncombable. Like, I don't know how better to explain it, but if you put comb and bring out the comb, you will cry. If you put comb and bring out the comb, you will use some strength and energy to pull it out. I felt like anytime I do any form of braiding, my hair will cut, the front part of my hair will cut, and I didn't always like it. I felt like a lot of beautiful trendy styles I could have done with my hair, a lot of beautiful styles I could have done with my hair. I wasn't doing them because it will spoil after 3 days. And why will I come and spend my money on something that I'm very sure that even after 1 week, it's no longer looking fine? I mean, it was such a hard deal for me. I didn't have a lot of time to be intentionally putting on just maintaining my hair on daily basis. I didn't have a lot of the styles I could make my hair with was not always very flexible, and I didn't enjoy it at all. I mean, I didn't like the fact that I would always have to wear a wig, or anytime I'm making my hair, it will be so painful that after spending hours and hours and hours, the next day I'll probably fall sick. It was even about the next day thing. It was limited to just weaving my hair and wearing wig. I also want to be making other braids and hairstyles that will last for up to 3 weeks, or at least I'll lose it at my will, not because my natural hair is forcing me to lose it. Which is now making me to ask myself the question, why am I doing natural hair? Is it because I love it? Is it because it's favoring me? Or is it because people are admiring it in me? Or is it because people expect me to do natural hair thing? Why am I still doing something that is not favoring me? Which is not making me to ask you the question, why are you doing natural hair? Is it because of the standard people set for you? Or is it because of the standard society set for you? Or is it because it is something you truly want to do? Sweetheart, my darling, look at yourself again and understand that if you're on natural hair, or if you're on relaxed hair, or even if you cut your hair, you can still not have high self-esteem. You might also have high self-esteem. You might still be filled with all manner of insecurities. You might also not have insecurities. You know, it's not the thing you wear, it's not the way you make your hair, it's not the kind of food you eat, it's about the way your brain is interpreting things about you. Self-love is actually not about hair or about dresses or about how people perceive you. And well, of course, how people perceive you could go a long way, but it goes a little bit further than the kind of hair you're making. I mean, you should do what is convenient for you. So if you're somebody like me who is no longer at the fence, if you're still at the fence of wondering whether I should relax your hair or whether I should do natural hair, don't worry, look at yourself again and check, do you have low porosity? If you have low porosity, then the ideal thing to do is to start deep conditioning your hair and then probably using the satin bonnet to cover your hair from, you know, every night as you sleep. If you can do that, beautiful. Do you have low pain threshold? If you have low pain threshold, I'm here to tell you now that I've relaxed my hair as long as I'm not willing to count now, and I've done natural hair for 3 years, and I feel like I'm in the best position to tell you that it is painful. If you have low pain threshold, if you don't have the ability to withstand pain for long hours, for a long time, if you're like me, natural hair might not be the best option for you, truly. If you're not so willing to be spending up to 40 hours in conditioning your hair on daily basis, or at least every 2 days, then maybe natural hair is not the best place for you. I mean, the good thing with natural hair is that it has definitely taught me how to keep my hair moisturized. It has definitely taught me the importance of deep conditioning. Those skills I got from always taking my time to comb my hair, to moisturize my hair, to deep condition my hair, to use oil, different oils, different kinds of oil on my hair. Those skills, those oil, I still have olive oil, I still have coconut oil, and I use them on my hair. You know, those protein treatment thing, I know them, I understand them, and whether you're relaxed or whether you're natural, you should always, you know, moisturize your hair. You should always lock in the moisture with oil. But the thing is that relaxer is going to help you maintain it even better, even more efficiently, without a lot of pain, without a lot of putting in your time. So this video is not meant to be so long. If you think that natural hair is something you can do, then carry on. It is a beautiful thing. I did it for 3 years, guys. Before I started natural hair, nobody asked me to start. I didn't start as early as I would have wanted to. I would have started about, say, 4 years ago. But the reason why I started about 3 years ago is because the few people I saw that were on natural hair, their hair wasn't looking like natural hair. Their hair was looking like dada, and I wasn't willing to plait dada until I saw my dearest cousin Samachi. Her natural hair is so soft, so beautiful, and I realized that if she could do it, then I could do it. But people are different. What worked for her is certainly not working for me, or could work for me if I try a bit harder. But I'm done trying hard, trying to maintain just my hair. I want to put in my strength and my efforts in other things and still be productive and still be living a more balanced life. So my love, if you're still wondering which one you should do, perhaps you should look into yourself first of all and understand what is going to work for you. If you're still wondering which you should do, you should look at your hair type. You should look at your pain threshold. It's very important to know that if you want to be withstanding this kind of pain for the rest of your life, beautiful, you should look at the porosity of your hair and you should understand how to take care of it. The point is, anyone you want to do, whether you want to cut your hair, whether you want to relax your hair, whether you want to go natural, either ways, do it and do it well. But first of all, understand what you want. And then secondly, understand the kind of thing that will suit you. With that being said, nothing to take much of your time. If I did, I'm sorry. If you watched this to this point and you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share my video with your friends. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I will see you in my next. Bye.